Marks has been home to a variety of performances in the historic building in the East Village. The theater's run is in danger of ending because of financial trouble. So a veteran taxi driver and radio host is now performing his one-man show this weekend to help bring attention to this and maybe keep the theater open. Roger is with us from the East Village with more on this. Good morning, Roger.
Yeah, Pat, good morning. Well, this isn't John McDonough's cab, but it looks like it. This is the great set here at Theater 80 St. Mark's, where John McDonough will be doing 3 performances of his show this weekend. And it's all about helping out this legendary theater, 57 years of performances, and trying to keep the doors open.
And the cab I drove was a checkered cab. At that time, the checkered cab had no radio, no power door locks, no power windows, and no air conditioning.
Queens native John McDonough has been driving a yellow cab since 1977, and he talks about it in his one-man show called Off the Meter.
No longer do you have change, but do you take credit?
McDonough, who is also a WBAI radio host, is performing the show over the weekend at Theater 80 St. Mark's in the East Village, which is in danger of closing after 57 years of performances. Proceeds from ticket sales will go towards helping keep the doors open.
St. Mark's Place without Theater 80 is like Houston Street without Katz's Deli. We just can't let this happen.
Once a speakeasy and jazz club, owner Lorcan Otway's father, Howard, an actor, writer, and producer, transformed the place into an off-Broadway theater in 1964. The complex is also home to the William Barnacle Tavern and the Museum of the American Gangster, not to mention home for Otway and wife Jeannie. The once thriving businesses were devastated by COVID shutdowns, and a mortgage taken out pre-pandemic went into default, and they're trying to prevent a company that purchased the debt from selling the property.
Which is my wife's and my only income.
Otway is appealing to the governor to give them a low-interest loan, not a handout, but to be put in the same position they were in before the shutdown. Councilwoman Carlina Rivera grew up in the neighborhood and attended performances here as a teen. She says saving the theater is a key part of preserving the city's cultural history.
We want to make sure that the city agencies are responding and making sure that this place can remain as is, that we preserve it, what it looks like, and then we're also going to need financial support from all levels of government.
As Otway says, at the end of the day, no matter where you live in New York State, you benefit from New York theaters. To get tickets to see Off the Meter, head to origintheater.org.
Yeah, and if you look at the photos in there, Pat, you could see some familiar faces if you're a fan of TV and movies. You had Gary Berghoff in there, who, of course, was Radar from MASH. He was in the original production of A Good Man, Charlie Brown, right here with Bob Balaban, who, what would you love from Seinfeld and Best in Show and, of course, Close Encounters. You saw Patrick Stewart in here doing some Shakespeare, and Blythe Danner and Bob Ditchy. So, hey, this place has been the place. So now John McDonough, the stories, Pat, about the cabs, unbelievable. I couldn't even film it. He was cracking me up so much. I was like shaking the camera. He's really great. So come check him out this weekend and help out this really great place, Theater 80 St. Mark's.
You know, this push really fits with something that Annika was talking about earlier in the week, which is if people aren't coming into the city to go to offices, what's the reason, what's the compelling reason to be in New York? And a lot of these performing arts venues are part of the excitement of living in the city and what's bringing in people who might otherwise be working remotely from somewhere far away.
Yeah, and you know, the thing was that it was already a problem. Like 75 small theaters in the city had already closed, and this is like pre-pandemic. This place was actually doing okay, but then when the pandemic hit, things totally changed, and it's really a struggle for these arts organizations to stick around these days when they don't have folks coming in. Exactly what you said.
Thanks, Roger. Coming up in our next